Hi everybody, this is Algebra 1, Lesson 42, and this lesson we're going to be learning to solve multivariable equations. So that means equations with more than one variable in them. Alright, so we're going to start with 42.1, and in this one it asks us to solve for y. That means we have to get y by itself on one side of the equal sign. Alright, so to do that, we're going to start by getting rid of all this stuff that's on this side of the equal sign with y. So first we'll get rid of this x. So that's minus x, so we're going to do plus x. And we cannot add the x to the 4 because they're not like terms, so we're just going to write it over here to the side. These are going to cancel, and we'll have 6y plus z equals 4 plus x. Now I got to get rid of this z. So we're going to do minus z minus c. We don't have any z's over here that we can combine it with, so there's no like terms. And we have 6y equals 4 plus x minus c. Now, to get the y by itself, we're going to have to divide, because that means 6 times y, so we got to do the opposite of that, divided by 6. And we have to do that to each one of these on the other side here. Those cancel, and we get y equals 4 over 6 would be 2 over 3 plus x over 6 minus z over 6. So you're not going to come up with just one answer, one thing that y equals. Y is going to equal more than one thing on most of these problems. So that's the answer to this one. Right there. Alright, let's do another one. This is 42.2, and we're solving for y again. So first thing we're going to need to do is get rid of everything that's not y. So we've got an x term right here we have to get rid of, and a 2. So we're going to do minus 4x. We don't have any x's on this side that we can combine that with. Those cancel. Now we have negative 2y plus 2 equals y minus 4 minus 4x. Alright, now we got to get rid of this plus 2. So we're going to do minus 2 and minus 2. We can put it with the 4 because those are like terms, so we can combine those. We're going to get negative 2y equals y minus 6 minus 4x. Now, before we can move any further, we got to get all our y's on the same side, so we need to move this y over to the other side. So we're going to move that y by subtracting y right here and here. Those cancel. And now we're going to have minus 3y equals negative 6 minus 4x. Now all we're left with is divide. So we're going to divide by negative 3, divided by negative 3, and divided by negative 3. These cancel. And we've got y equals, these negative over negative just cancel each other. 6 divided by 3 is 2. And these negatives cancel each other. So we have plus 4 over 3x. So y equals 2 plus 4 over 3x is the answer to that one. Alright. Let's move over to the next one. 42.3. And this one we're solving for p. Okay, so that means we got to get p by itself. So here I've got 4p. Let's go ahead and combine our p's first. So minus p on this side and minus p on that side. Those cancel, and we end up with 3p plus 2a minus 5 equals 6a. Now let's put our A's, get our A out of here, move him to the other side. These cancel. Move my screen down a little. Okay, so now I've got 3p minus 5 equals 6a minus 2a is going to be 4a. Now I just got to get rid of this minus 5, so plus 5. Those cancel, and I get 3p equals 4a plus 5. Now I have to just divide by 3. And make sure you do it on each one of the terms there. So these are going to cancel, and I'm going to be left with p equals 4 over 3a plus 5 over 3. All right, let's try the next example, and this is your answer. That's what that looks like. All right, next example, 42.4. This one we're solving for x. All right, so we're going to get our x's on the same side. Oh, everything's on the same side. All right, so first we're going to combine like terms. So 5 minus 2 would be 3y. So I've combined here and here. And now I've got x and 3x, which would be 4x. So that's that one and that one. And then I'm just left with this negative 4 equals 0. Okay, now I got to move this stuff away from the x. So I got to get rid of this 3y. Those cancel. I got 4x minus 4 equals negative 3y. Now I got to get rid of this minus 4, so plus 4 on both sides. And remember, I can't add the 4 and the negative 3 right there because they're not like terms. That's negative 3y, and then regular 4 with no variable. All right, those cancel, and I have 4x equals negative 3y plus 4. All right, now I have to divide by 4. So we divide everything by 4. Those cancel. I'm left with x equals negative 3 over 4y plus 4 divided by 4 is 1. All right, so there's the answer to that one. All right, next example, 42.5. In this one, we're solving for y. All right, so we're going to move this. Let's see, we got y. We don't have any like terms to put together, so we're just going to move this 4. We get 4y plus 6x equals 6 and 2 and 4 is 6. Now we're going to get rid of this x on both sides. Those cancel. We get 4y equals 6 minus 6x. Okay, now we just have to divide as our last step. So we're going to divide everything by 4. These are going to cancel. And we've got y equals 6 over 4. That would reduce to 3 over 2. And same thing there, 3 over 2x. All right, so that's it for the example problems. Go ahead and pause the video and work the practice problems, and then I'll work them for you. All right, so hopefully you paused the video and did the practice problems. There's only 2 of them. This one we're solving for y. Alright, so we got to solve for y. So we got to get rid of everything on this side of the equal sign with the y. We want y by itself. So we're going to do plus 13x on both sides. Those cancel. We get 8y minus 8 equals 4 plus 13x. Now we got to get rid of this negative 8. So we'll do positive 8. And we can combine that with the 4 there. Those cancel. We get 8y equals 8 and 4 is 12 plus 13x. And now we're just left to divide by 8 all the terms. These cancel, and we get y equals, now this will reduce 12, let's see, that'll be 6 over 4, 3 over 2, and then 13 over 8 cannot cancel or reduce at all, so we get 13 over 8x. Now, if you wrote this the other way, let's say that you swapped these, and you wrote, that is the answer. I'm going to go ahead and box that. But let's say that you wrote on your answer y equals 13 over 8x plus 3 over 2. That still is the same answer. It doesn't matter what order those go in. Alright, that's A. Now let's do B. On B, we're solving for P. So that means we got to try to get P by itself. Alright, so first I have to get all my P's on the same side. Turn my pen on. So I'm going to do plus 2p on this one and on this one. Those cancel. And I get 10p plus 3w equals w minus 15. Now I'm going to get rid of this 3w, so minus 3w, and I can combine this with the w over here. These cancel. Now I get 10p equals 1 minus 3 would be negative 2w minus 15. Now I'm going to divide by 10. Each one of my terms. These cancel. And I get p equals negative 2 over 10 would reduce to 1/5 w minus, this would reduce to 3 over 2. Alright, that's it for the practice problems. If you have any questions, just save them for class. And that is it for Algebra 1, Lesson 42. Thanks.